Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to our podcast, Sit and Chat with Lani and Belen. And we have our guest, Sammy.
Hi guys.
So today, Sammy requested Red Owl once again. I know this. I know every episode's been Red Owl.
All right, what do you have, Lani?
I have the what is the writer?
The Reaper, no?
The Ripper. Pretty good. It's dark coffee.
I have cookies and cream. Freezer.
And I have a basic iced vanilla latte with oat milk.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Like Belen say, sponsor us, Red Owl. Go ahead.
It's our damn third time.
Yes. But as we said, our guest will be Sammy. So we can start with Sammy. Sammy could just let us just a little bit about yourself. Let them know.
Okay. So I am a biology major with a minor in Spanish. With aspirations of maybe going into the I don't know.
It's okay to not know.
I wanted to be a PA, but then I was like, that's not for me. But I just want to be involved in maybe like immigration and just helping farm workers in general. That's what I'm really passionate about. I'm from Georgia. I don't want to say exactly where.
I feel you.
We don't want to let them know. You told them enough.
And I experience sleep paralysis a lot.
All right, sleep paralysis.
So now as you see, she said that our topic will be with spooky stuff. And we're just gonna start a little bit. I'm gonna let Belen start a little bit, make this flow.
Talk about my story.
Talk a little bit, or if you want Sammy to go first, it's all up to you.
I mean, mine's like pretty short though, because I only experienced sleep paralysis once.
Okay,
And
well
that
go
was-
ahead and tell us.
Okay, so I was 16. I was still in high school, of course. You couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't sleep at night because I would stay up late with my phone, and I wanted to wake up. I didn't know what I was dreaming. I just wanted to wake up. That's all I remember. And then I woke up, and I was in my bed, right? I couldn't move my body. It felt so weird. Like I was still tired. Like it was still 12 in the morning for me. And then I woke up again. And I just couldn't move my head. I think my head was sideways. I couldn't move my head at all. And then I woke up again. I felt like I was waking up like over and over and over until I finally woke up. And I saw this figure like in the corner of my room. It sounds like very like cliche of like sleep paralysis, experiences. But for me, it was like that shadow came closer as every time I would close my eyes and open them again. It just got closer to me. And then at one point, I felt like heavy, like my body felt heavy. I think I was crying at that point, calling out my mom. And then I woke up and it was daylight.
Describe that figure because a lot of people have seen it.
It's a man, black man, everything black, clothes. You couldn't see the face. It was like just a top hat man. And his hands were like really long. Like his fingers were this long, like longer than my fingers, like claws. You know what I mean? So I talked to my mom about it. She's like, maybe you were just tired and stressed. Excuse me. Ooh, the coffee. And then I talked to my neighbor. He's all into the supernatural. He does prayers. He does prayers for people. He prays for them in sus casas. And he told me that something's following me. He told me like something's following me, specifically targeting me because I'm young and my soul is like pure. That's what he said. So he was trying to get me. And at one point, my neighbor saw that figure follow me inside my house. Same man, the top hat. But he could see the features of that man. His eyes were red. como que he looked like a zombie, como cara de like rotten, like flesh. You know when you come out of the fire. And he said that man followed me inside my house. And then since then, bad omens had started happening in my house. I think that same month my grandma died. And then I don't know, I felt depressed. I felt negative energy. I just had bad luck economically. You know, problems in family. Just people talking shit about us. Just not. I don't know. It's just everything bad that you can imagine happening to your family. And we decided to have an exorcism done in our house. So they called the priest and they called a prayer group to go to our house and pray. They had to burn a bunch of stuff from our house because they were used in, I would say, the prayer, but mainly because those things had like bad energy attached to it. They wouldn't tell me because I was young. And yeah, that's one of the experiences that really stuck to me. And I was really religious too. Maybe that's the reason why, you know, bad omens happen. They attack the most religious persons. And that's just trying to get you out of that religious path. So yeah, that's my story. I have more, but you know,
So
that's
is
the
there
one that stuck to
anything?
me.
So is there anything that Belen mentioned in her story? Is there anything that you can relate to of her experience?
Yes, actually a lot. Like, by what you said that you had like something following you, like a figure, almost attached to you. So let me just describe it of how it started off when I was little, and then just like lead into it. Okay, so I first have been experiencing this ever since I was little. Just like little episodes here and there, and by episodes I mean like the usual sleep paralysis where I'm sleeping, I can't move, I wake up, but I'm like trying to scream, but I can't. One specific episode that I had that was like very traumatic, and I still remember it to this day. I was very young, I forgot how old, but I was in my grandma's house in Mexico, and I was sleeping alone in that room, and we had like a ropero, and I used to have like Bratz dolls back in the day, and they were in my dream, they were like all standing down like in a row, because I had a lot. They were all sitting down in a row, and then they were like staring at me, and then they would like move their head and like blink, and I was like trying to scream and like move, like trying to wake up, but I couldn't. And then that's all I remember. I think I just woke up and I was like, what was that? Like that wasn't normal. And then I would just have little episodes, I guess, here and there, like similar to that. Not as traumatic, but similar to that. And then as the years progressed, it started to get worse. So then I started my freshman year. This would be the year 2019. It started to get worse. And so it would happen where I would see like dark figures like in the corner of my room. One specific time I saw like 3 figures like floating like on top of my bed, like on the roof. And the most similar thing that I could describe this to is like the soul suckers from Harry Potter. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
I've seen them.
They like suck your soul or something. Like they had I just remember them having like red eyes and then just like staring at me and floating like in a circle like above me, like in the roof. And then just like episodes like that. And then so I talked to my mom about it. I talked to my grandma about it. Well, both of my grandmas from my mom and my dad's side. And then when I went to Mexico, they tried to do like not so much of a
limpia or something like that.
It was not so much of a limpia, but
a prayer.
Yeah, like
Maybe
a
just
prayer.
a prayer.
Yeah, like a prayer. And my cousin, he has like a gift where he can see. I don't know if it's like a
Like
medium.
medium. Oh, it's un don. I don't know what's it called.
I forgot what it is,
They
but
can sense stuff now.
yeah, they can see things.
See, I have someone close to me. Yeah, I get what you
can't-
mean.
I don't know if they can exactly heal, but they can like see things. So we went to them, and then
Bouncing the ball at the park.
and okay, so he did me a limpia, and not a limpia, but like a reading, I guess. And me puso like el huevo and everything. He was just reading. And then what he told me was that he sensed, like I had an entity attached to me, and he sensed that it was like a female. And he was like, you might have, it might have got attached to you through something that you touched that was hers, or you have something that you touched that was hers. And right then and there, my grandmas were like, throw everything away that you didn't get that was new, because I also thrift a lot. If you know me,
Yeah.
all my wardrobe is like 95% is like thrifted. And so my grandmas were like, throw everything away, and I was like,
Yeah, that's
I
hard to do.
can't. Like it's
I can't.
Literally everything.
it's 95% down to the furniture. And I was like, I can't. And my cousin also, he was like, that wouldn't really work because she already touched it, and it's already like attached to her, so there's really nothing. So he told me that, and then that the way that I guess I could protect myself from it was to put canela inside agua bendita, and then just mix it around, and then put like a cross like on my forehead and like the back of my neck, and then that would help. So I did that for a little, and then it helped for a while, but then it still continued. And then I was like, okay, so maybe prayer when I'm having an episode or like sleep paralysis. And so I would try to pray, but like whenever I would try to pray it off, I couldn't. Like I could never finish my prayer. I could never remember my prayer. And I was like, why? Like I've known this prayer like my whole entire life, because I grew up Catholic, always went to church every Sunday with my mom, and I was like, why can't I remember it? And it got to the point where I would just like repeat and repeat and repeat, and I could never finish it off. And
So I don't know if you. I want to ask you. In the prayer, have you like said bad things? Like that prayer led to you saying bad things. Como I pray for this and that, and then say like a bad thing throughout that prayer. Okay. Because
No,
for
it
me,
was-
I couldn't even pray. I had to like, I'm going through the same thing. Like I couldn't pray that. And throughout the prayer, I would say like the devil or something. The devil, then for real, it would say that I would say I pray for the devil. It would make me say that. Yeah, keep going. I was just so shocked. Like this is really freaky.
No, like it never happened like that. Like at first I would, whenever I would pray, like the, I guess episode would like end, but then as like time went by, it started to like progress more and more to where I would pray and nothing would happen, or where I also heard from somebody that like if you cuss at it, like it'll like go away, but then not even that would help.
It'll be like temporary.
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, and then pray before bed. I tried that. I went, so mi padre would rezarme, and that didn't help either. I don't know, like literally everything they told me to do, like I did it, and it wouldn't help until but then as like time progressed as well, I started to have like really vivid nightmares. So
like
it's
lucid.
yes. So like it's never really like I got a break. There's some days where like nothing happens, but it's either I have sleep paralysis or I really have like a very lucid like bad dream. And so I was like, dang, I can never get a break.
So you said you had lucid dreams. What kind of dreams? What were on those dreams? Like dogs? Cause I used to have those when I used to
Oh my
be
gosh.
haunted. Like dogs changing, like the big ass dogs, but they're like black. Los ojos rojos.
Well, sometimes I would like wake up and well, in my dream I would be awake, but I would be like, it's like almost like an out of body experience. I could see myself sleeping, if that makes sense. And then other times there would be Oh my gosh, a specific one that I had. Okay, so I was back home, and so I was sleeping, but then in my sleep, I was on the couch. So while I was on the couch, I felt like the house starting to shake, and I was like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, why is it shaking? Like, we don't even get earthquakes here in Georgia. And then I started to like feel like a lot of pressure like on my neck, almost like if somebody was like choking me. And I was like, what is that? So then I woke up, of course, like really freaking scared. And I remember that time I went to my brother's room and I was like, can I please sleep with you? And I don't even like sleeping with anybody. And I told my brother, scoot over. And then another time in Mexico, I had the similar thing. I don't really remember much of this, but all I remember was that in my dream, I felt like a lot of pressure here on my shoulders. And
Como que te están puchando.
yeah,
They're pushing you down.
and it felt like somebody was choking me, but they were like if they were putting their fist like right here. That's what it felt like, their fist. It felt like a lot of pressure, and I was like, what? So that time too, I woke up and I went to my Lo Primito's room and I was like, can I please sleep with you? Because I
Sleep with people.
no, I like hate sleeping with other people. But I was like, scoot over.
Damn.
And that one was that one. And another one, I just remember seeing, the best I could describe it is like a red face. It's almost like a demon with its tongue sticking
Oh,
out.
cállate, bro.
And
Stop.
horns.
Because I've been seeing the same shit.
And horns. You see the same thing? Like a red demon?
Yes, in my dreams. There's portraits of that thing just everywhere in my dreams. Like random dreams, normal ones, but the portrait of that
Shut
face.
It's probably the
everywhere.
same demon
Well,
everywhere.
cállate, 'cause I'm scared.
That demon is everywhere.
Lani, you gonna see that shit too?
Well, I haven't.
Lana, you don't cry for real.
No.
I have had bad energy, but I never seen it because I think God knows what we can handle, and He knows I can't handle that. I cannot
He
handle
knows
that.
that.
He knows who can handle that because I have sensed energy. Let's see.
Maybe you run their energy away.
No, yeah, because
But see, I can't handle that energy
I,
either.
I can't. No, if I,
I just
see
deal
it,
with it.
I feel like you're strong. I feel like you're strong-willed. I feel like you're strong.
shoot.
Because like no, for real, I have a lot of people, met with a lot of people who have that energy. They're like, it's como un protector. I feel like you're a protector. I feel like you repel that though. Because when I first met you, I'm like, this guy doesn't deal with bad energy.
I don't. But see, one time I love going to the track, and I would go to this track. It's lonely, and for some reason I went late that time because it was like 9:10. But I think what I feel is bad energy when people try to hurt me. Like it could be envidia, it could be that. So I was at the track at 9:10, and like something told me, or I felt like somebody was following me, and my mind told me somebody's trying to hurt you. Somebody's gonna act like they're walking and like it literally, that story just came to my head, and I go there to meditate, so my mind should be clear. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't even do a lot.
You sensed it before it happened.
So what happened was, I felt that at that time. I felt like at that time this person, someone didn't like me, or I was trying to do better with myself, and they didn't like that I was doing that. So I immediately, I left. I got in my car and I left.
Yeah.
I felt stuff like that.
No, and I mean, you have to tell them, don't. You're messing with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Leave.
And I just.
Because if you allow it to stick with you, it will stick with you for fucking ever.
I be saying that
Until
too.
you fucking, you step up and say, I've had enough, and then get rid of it. It doesn't have to be like demons. It could be, well, for me it was demons, but it could be something like people trying to, mess with you.
Or putting them
Put you
demons
down.
on you, like.
Envidia and what's it called? Envy.
Envy.
Jealousy.
Do you think them people? Oh, like, do you think them people worship demons and then they send them to you?
That's
Maybe
what I'd be scared of.
you get what I'm saying?
I feel like
or they worship some type of, I guess, some type of demon, and then they ask for
I
it.
feel like for Sammy, somebody was probably jealous of her,
And they
maybe
were
put
sending-
something on her. But she does thrift, and I've heard if you thrift, you have to kind of like. I'm religious, I grew up in a Catholic as well. Bendecirla.
Oh.
Yo, like before.
So do you do that now?
I used to thrift a lot.
You just gave something.
Until I learned.
Now you know.
I have a little bottle I want to in my car, and I just bless my clothes. Then I'm not too sick. I don't want.
I do bless the four corners of my room though, like often.
What I can tell you is kind of like wash your clothes and then I want to need that.
When I used to buy from the thrift shop, I didn't wash it.
You could buy a blessed candle. Light it up, have it in your room.
In my room.
Before you sleep, lay on your bed like así como relajada, and then just pray or like God, or just say a little prayer. I'm gonna tell you the prayer off camera. I don't know if you guys are religious. I don't want to force it up on you guys, but say that prayer, and it helped for me because I used to have it was just that moment where it just really stuck with me. But from there I kept, but it was mostly like the same dream, same instance, black dogs in my dreams.
Do you still have it?
I was, yeah. Well, no, not all the time though. It's like here once in a while when I'm like very, very. I have like a lot of energy around me. I feel like a lot of energy around me that's just trying to get to me. So I let it, and it just makes me have those dreams. But I guess because now I'm hanging out with the right people. I used to not, but.
That's why they say be careful who you surround yourself with.
I mean, Sammy, have you been hanging out with people who want to do you harm?
Do you ever thought about that?
I mean, no. Like most of my friends are like pretty solid. Like you know my friends, and I mean they are genuine. Like they want. I mean, we want the best for each other.
Or tenemos un hater.
I don't know if somebody secretly hates me, but not that I know of.
Hey, there's people who try not to be, but que tienen la mirada pesada.
Oh yeah.
Que como se dicen, hacen mal de ojo. Evil eye.
Every time I go to Mexico, I get like the bracelets del ojo, and they always break off soon. And you know that when they say they break off, that means that they have absorbed like all the negative energy, and it's like time to get rid of it. And I was like, dang, I've only had this on for like what, 2 weeks, and it already like broke off.
That's crazy. Do you talk to a lot of people? I mean, do you meet a lot of people?
I mean, she does. You know?
So it could, yeah, because sometimes it could just be somebody. And
como, mira. No dejes que te toquen. No dejes que te toquen. Some stranger you see in the street, don't let them touch you. Because I had an instance where somebody touched me and I didn't know them. Like, oh, excuse me. They touched me very specifically in my shoulder. And they just slipped their hand. And I'm like, I feel like as soon as they touched me, I felt heavy. Como que tengo algo aquí. The whole day my back was hurting. So it can also be through touch, through words, through mirada. I don't know if you guys don't believe that. I generally do.
Well, I would say I do. That's why, like Sam said, wear the bracelets. That's why we wear the bracelets. Mine just broke off 2 days ago when I came back from Bainbridge.
Is that
you had haters in Bainbridge?
I think so, because that bracelet went.
It's not just spiritual; it is through energy.
Yep, see, people don't. One day we're gonna have energy.
So I do you a little cleanse, a little prayer.
So we'll do that after, Sam. We'll do a little cleanse, and it'll be nice.
With a huevo too.
Yep.
But
that energy thing.
Where I had a eggplant. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you something about energy.
You said huevo, so it came to mind. I did a little huevo cleanse on my friend.
Egg.
Ese huevo had like eyes, bro, like little bubbles, like big ones.
You know,
and it was like that's an evil eye. Someone talking smack about you. So someone's obsessed with you, and she did. She had a friend who was so obsessed with her. Why don't you text me? Why didn't you invite me?
Oh my God.
Why are you doing this? They would show up at her house.
I did have like two guys that were low-key like I don't want to say like obsessed, but like they were weird. Ooh. They were weird.
And the thing is, we don't know what these people believe in, or what I don't know.
So maybe in Bainbridge, Lonnie, somebody maybe es que luego hay believers in the Santa Muerte.
Oh, I heard a lot about that. I don't know much about it, but
No, don't disrespect that
No
No.
disrespect.
We don't disrespect you.
but it's
Because
very
if you
strong.
do disrespect, como que te pasa algo a ti, something
Yeah.
happens to
No,
you.
I always respect it.
Respect.
it's your own
I don't
thing.
practice it. But
Yeah.
you do you.
And I had, friends in the past. They do that, and I asked them, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool," like me. That's cool.
That's cool.
That's how I was like, "That's awesome." And then they'll be like, "Do you want to do it?"
I'm like,
say,
"No,
"I'm
thank you. I
I'm
have my
good,
own
but
thing.
but that's so cool. Like that's
Like I
that's
have my
cool,
own thing, pero yeah, you do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So Lani, just be careful who you let people touch you,
Yeah.
especially strangers. También it could be
Not
friends.
this guy at the gym saying he hugged me and kissed me on the cheek. Good morning, but I didn't feel heavy like you said.
But I felt heavy though. Like
I feel like that. You know what? That hug was good energy. But now I'm scared.
Sí es
Now.
cierto. So people have good energy. Una vez some lady hugged me and I felt like I cried in my I literally cried like a little bit porque sentí como que todo se me. So don't thrift too much.
Damn.
Well, yeah, thrift, but just bless your or just make sure what you bring in your house.
So back to the demons.
Okay.
So we were saying that,
The image. No, I'm talking about the red demon.
Yeah.
or the or whatever y'all want to go
I
back.
didn't know you. Other people saw that too.
No, don't worry about that. This is a message. So where did you see that? When did you started seeing that demon? Or was it just like an instance where oh shit.
I've only ever saw it once, and it was months ago. I don't remember exactly when, but I know it was this year for sure.
I think that's scary though. Like you see
this
that.
year. See what?
You see the demon. Oh, girl, you're scared.
I was
Wow.
like, what?
Que sea un señor allá like looking at us con una cara. I'd be scared.
No, but yeah, this was recent.
So
Y'all might want to look that up.
okay.
I
what it
have.
is.
I have tried to
Look
look,
at it.
and I
What
could
about over
never.
there? Look
I
at the
could
line.
never find anything.
Low battery.
Oh,
But anyways, okay.
Let me Google an image
Yeah,
so I can
Google
show
it.
y'all.
And while y'all Google that, I'm gonna say a story.
Alright, say
So
it.
I personally never seen stuff like that.
maybe a ghost one.
But the bad energy, I feel like if someone was to worship something bad, no matter what it is bad, they can try to scare you with that. Like for you to feel like they're vibing that. We had a loss in the family, and after the loss, maybe 2 to 3 months, I felt like someone was watching me. I couldn't really sleep. I slept in the living room for a very long time. It was just scary. I would look
But a red
twice.
face.
It was bad. I seen a movie with that. What is
You
that?
sure? Can y'all see?
Ah!
It's mine. No, mine was
But like with a red face instead of like black, it was red.
I couldn't.
red.
I probably would. No, can't.
Have you ever seen any other like spiritual like figures?
No,
Not demons, but like figures. Any of you?
mine was mostly like this, but with a tongue. Was it just like that?
Yeah, but with like the tongue sticking
This
out.
is mine. I think it's like just like hers, but with a tongue.
With the
Okay.
tongue sticking out.
La lengua.
Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all gonna have to do.
this is
a
more
cleanse
accurate.
and-
This is more accurate. Well, actually, no. This is more accurate. Where's it at? Is this one? It was most realistic. I'll see that.
Mine was.
Why he sticking his tongue?
Well, that's the. You know the big one, the big D. He is the.
And he's
My
like,
face is like. Lonnie, don't scare me.
I
So
won't.
do you think people that experience like sleep paralysis are like have a gift?
I think they have a gift of sensing when. I feel for you. I used to have a gift like that, where I could sense bad places, bad people, because I was so open. I could sense when a portal was opened.
What do you mean by that?
It's like a spiritual portal with the dead and the alive. I can do that. I can start doing the same things I used to do to sense that, but now I can't. I have to kind of like get to it. Porque yo hacía prayers. I went through an exorcism where I experienced it. I could hear little girls crying and babies laughing in the background, pero no había nadie más except the people who were doing the prayer and the person. And that person started laughing. But only I could see that. And I asked everybody, and they're like, well, we could sense something was going on. Cuando like when you feel cold, I don't know, where like a breeze came through, that's, what you feel, what I felt. Now, if I go into a room, I don't even know if it's a good energy or bad energy.
You can't sense it no more?
No more. And I feel like that's the reason why I get so angry at times. It's because maybe I believe this. It might be psychological. I don't know. But when somebody, tries me, like they say something, I just get mad. Es como un trigger. So yeah, I don't know. I had a gift where I could, see actually things. Now I can't. I have to kind of like open it again. No sé cómo decirte.
Are you scared of that gift?
No, I actually liked it because I knew who to hang out with and not.
Because they say that
It's like seeing auras around people.
that like
Yo miraba
you can't be scared of your gift. If not, you're not gonna be like able to use it to its full potential.
I was kind of scared though because I hated seeing things.
I get it.
And I had visions of people dying.
But
And
that's
people
cool
getting
though.
pregnant, and they would get pregnant like literally to
But that's how people like read cards and read hands.
It
You don't
affects
have
you
gift.
mentally.
Oh.
It
I
is
was depressed for the
mentally
whole
exhausted.
year. I was depressed for a whole year.
Exhausted.
Como que I had to like shy away from people. I didn't hang out with people. I didn't have friends. My friends, I showed them away. Like los alejé. ¿Sabes lo que le decía? I was like, no, I don't want to be friends. I can't have friends. I don't want to be around people. So I showed like como que I just pushed them away.
Same with me. That was probably like the most depressed I've ever been.
If you guys had experience like that, let us know in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube.
Please.
You have anything else to say, Lonnie?
No, this
I
was
feel
a
like
wonderful
this
talk.
podcast could go on forever. We can touch on so many topics because this is such a big, like, umbrella.
It is.
And
People
it's
think
Halloween.
Oh,
The
shoot.
31st Halloween. It's my birthday. I don't know if Belen's gonna put my Cash App on there or something, but I'm just playing.
His
But
Cash App will be down in the comments below, and it would also be in the Spotify description box. Please send him $1.
Let me tell y'all real quick what a lady told me
Alright,
at
tell it.
Savannah. Real quick before.
No, go ahead. Tell us.
Okay, so I went to it was Jasmine, the one that found
Oh,
a
shoot.
lady to read my cards.
I went one time.
No,
In
be careful with
Savannah?
those.
But let her talk.
Go ahead. I don't
No,
want to scare you.
I
don't
was
wanna scare you.
skeptical, and I was like, nah, like it's gonna be like she's just gonna tell me what I want to hear and what she tells everybody,
Yeah.
and like something that like applies to everybody. So I went in there like kind of standoffish, like I didn't really say any personal things, like what I was experiencing, none with like sleep paralysis or none of that. So then she just like asked me questions and she went on to that, and then like at the end she told me like some things that I didn't tell her, and I was like, how did she know that? And then I forgot exactly because it was a while ago, but some of the things did apply, I want to say. And then at the end I explained to her my situation, and then she was like, okay, and she was like, I don't think you necessarily have like a demon attached to you, but I do think that you have a gift, but you can't be afraid of that gift. And I was like, well, I'm like terrified of that
Are you
gift.
scared of the dark?
What if it's your
Yes.
calling?
I cannot sleep with like the room completely. I have to sleep with the light and my
No.
TV on and background noise.
Lonnie, do you sleep in the dark?
Yeah.
You're a psychopath.
That's not
But,
good, Lonnie.
but,
I'm just
when,
playing.
That's not good.
but whenever I was going through that thing that about that after we lost that person in our family, I slept for almost 2 years with I had to have a nightlight on or the TV on. I couldn't sleep with the lights off. Now I can.
But it's still not good though.
Why?
Because what they say about the darkness is you allowing them to enter your home. That's why there's candles at the church.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. Well, the reason why I know so much is because I had to have like a bunch of prayers said to me. Porque imagine I'm 12. Like, why would I be talking about scary stuff and be okay with it?
Yeah.
I was so terrified of the dark. I still am a little bit, but it's just because
I
behind
am.
me gonna kill me. You know, like
I am
serial killer
terrified.
stuff. You know, true crime, whatever. Fanatic here. But now, if I'm in the dark, I have to have a little like small light. Lo más chiquita que se pueda o lo más grande.
Laser.
And music, because I hear things
Same.
at night. Even if it's like, is it woods? I live in the country. I just hear things at night, like whispers.
Hell no.
Whispers. Even now I still do, but I don't see nothing. So I can tell you, Sammy, please bless your clothes. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on. Nothing bad gonna touch me.
I'm gonna do it after this podcast, and then after she told me that, she was like, but I also am like a very practical, like when she says that she believes in like the psychological aspect of it, which I really like, because she didn't feed me things that I wanted to hear. Like, she told me how it was. She was like, yes, this could be a possibility, but I also think that you might need therapy because your trauma can appear in the form of a dream. And I was like, you're right. Like, I might. She was like, did you experience like a traumatic event that might have like affected you? And I was like, it was more so like a series of traumatic events. And I've never been to therapy, never got treated for it. And I was like, you know what, she's right. Like, I might actually need therapy
Maybe me
to
too.
deal, to like be able to like to, I don't know, maybe like ease my mind, and maybe it'll stop a little bit. But therapy is expensive, and you need time for therapy.
Yeah.
And you need the commitment to want to do therapy, and I don't have any of that.
But you know, at least you're aware of it.
But I am aware.
You're doing things to keep your mind at ease. That's what, you know, that's like you mentioned before, you know.
And figure other ways, you know.
I mean, I do like self-therapy. Like, I ride my bike.
No. But, you know.
I guess that's therapy.
It's
Well,
therapy.
sort of
Exercise.
like a release form. So yeah. Lonnie, anything
But
else?
thank you. Take a moment to show our fits off for Halloween.
Let me take my hoodie off.
Dang. Y'all were...
I thought you said
Halloween, happy Halloween, y'all. Hope y'all having a happy Halloween.
It is a Halloween.
I don't have any Halloween. It's just pink.
Hey, breast cancer month.
No, it was for you. Bad breast cancer. Oh, you hit me.
I'm sorry. You see that?
Walmart.
Her.
Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to
happy
follow us,
Halloween.
subscribe, like our video, share it, and then
Subscribe to their channel.
we'll see y'all on the next one.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, let's cut it out.